What's up? How you feeling, man?
I'm pretty lucky.
Say what?
I'm fine. I'm pretty fine.
What?
Yeah, I'm good.
How are you? I'm good.
And hello and welcome to episode 11 of Thank You for Collecting. I'm your host, Ty, one of your hosts. And I'm joined by the fantastical, I'm going to not call you Marco's stunt double. Because
not anymore?
No, Marco's going to be your stunt double the way this is going.
Oh.
But Jose?
Yes.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, please.
Hey, how you doing?
There you go. We want to make sure because we both have some things that we need to take care of, so we're going to take care of business. I'm going to try not to go on any tangents, but how are you, Jose?
Pretty good, man. Wanted to make sure I got here on time, and we had all these things going around, and trying to make this happen because we want to be here for you guys. We want to have this show. I want to be here for Ty because I feel like this is a great show that we have here, that we get to like not only talk about the figures but kind of check in with each other. And I wanted to make sure I could check in with you, Ty.
Yes. It's definitely the high point, one of the high points of the week for me. Yes. And so it's good to be able to, like you said, like just get in touch with each other, talk to the chat, and talk about the figures, which, we all love those things, but also the people behind them. Like, how are you doing this week? Like, for example, I am stressed because we were supposed to start at 7 to get that earlier start time for you this week. And at 6:55 Eastern Standard Time, my stuff just went kaplooey. Like, my browser didn't want to recognize my mic or camera. My mixer just decided it wasn't going to, mix audio anymore. And, finally, we got it back. So hopefully we sound okay. Hello to everyone in chat who's watching now. Hello to everyone who is watching later on. Welcome. Thank you very much for watching. And, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I am going to take a look at chat right now. We got a couple people in here. We got the wonderful and talented Renz Talentino. Hello, sir. How are you? Good to see you here.
What's up, man?
All right. Rob's here. Chewy's Bandolier. Right. This is the first time I've been able to join you on the show. Welcome. Glad to have you. Glad to have you. And who's this? Oh,
that's me.
Jose. I know that guy. That guy. Yeah, you are Marco's stunt double, or vice versa.
He's gonna be my stunt double, like you were saying, because after missing so many weeks, he's got a reputation for missing shows. I don't know. That's what I hear. I don't know. I'm throwing it out there, man. I don't know.
Allegedly, he might be. We may have to do something about him.
Yep.
And look who we have. Look who we have. We have Calvin, the low-key collector. Welcome, my friend.
How are we doing? I apologize for being late. This one was out of my hands. I got back from lunch in time to be here and oh, you're here. Get in the chair. You're getting the cleaning.
Well, don't even feel too bad about being late because we were all late. We got like a 20-minute delay because my entire setup just crashed.
Oh, damn. That's all bad.
Yeah, so you didn't miss much. You didn't miss much. We're just starting off, just quick check-in. And so, like I said, I was feeling stressed. I was feeling good, and then I got feeling stressed. The reason why I was feeling good is because this guy finally came. Oops, I can't even do this right.
There it is.
There it is. Okay, Wolverine. It's the Hono Wolverine finally from Sideshow. And I tried not to, like, I did open him very briefly, but I knew if I started, I was going to keep fiddling, and I had to try and get the stream ready. So I am looking forward to diving into that box after the stream and also getting something to eat.
All right.
So without further ado, why don't we get started?
Yeah, let's do it.
You guys ready? All right.
Let's go.
I think I got everything going again. Yeah, that was so bad. Let's see.
the Wolverine has a cloaking device.
I know, I saw that. Oh, Yomo is in here now.
Yomo. Where's the Yomo juice at?
Oh, I can't even. What the hell is going on here? Okay, here we go. Figure we start off with this guy.
Okay.
Just saw that this was announced. Whoa, geez. Okay.
Hello.
Any opinions, thoughts, Jose? We'll ask you first.
All right. Yeah. This is pretty cool, man. Aesthetically, I think it looks really, really cool. I've never seen AVP. Is this design in the movie, or is this because I know this is kind of like a concept
Not at
art?
all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Oh, okay, because I know there was it was like an artist interpretation of this or something like that. It's cool. Aesthetically, it's cool, especially those who have been collecting for a long time and have all these predators in their collection and want to add this new aesthetically pleasing, samurai predator. I think it would be cool if you had a bunch of predators. If this is kind of like one where you're like, well, I don't have a predator, I want one. I'm not sure if this is the one you'd want to go for, but I like it. I think it's pretty cool.
All right. Calvin, what do you think?
Now, excuse my ignorance because I didn't know what this was. I was like, okay, I love samurai, I love predators, but at first the mix, it just didn't work for me. I was like, I'm cool because I've always been holding out for a jungle predator or that city predator for my collection. I was like, yeah, this isn't it for me. But shout out to Loco Lou because he showed me his original one, I guess back from 2012 the other night, and gave me some of the background history of it and the artists and all that that goes into it. I've got more respect and appreciation for it now that I actually got a chance to actually look at the pictures, saw the mask of it come off, and that base. I didn't realize he was sitting on top of a xenomorph cutting his head off.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, I kind of like this now. So
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'd buy it just yet, but I do have more appreciation for it where I'm not just looking at it like, I'm cool, on to the next. Because at this point in my collection journey, I'm happy to look at things and be like, nope, don't want it, don't need it, on to the next. Because I've got enough stuff coming in. So I'm always looking for an excuse to not pick something up. But, gotta love the community we're in because my guys always quick to either educate me on something or reach out. Speaking of which, shout out to Yomo. He was looking out for me the other day and didn't realize I already had in my bat signal and had found one somewhere and was trying to hook me up with it. So appreciate that, Yomo. So like I said, the guys always take care of me. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of that, I'll just piggyback on it. Calvin, you were looking out for me this week because we were talking and I had that pre-order for the Aragorn from InArt, and I wasn't gonna get it, and you told me that Philly, Figurecraft, he was into it, and he was looking for one.
I've been looking for one for him for like a month now. And it's funny because at first I was like, hey, you're really not going to go for it? And it didn't really click at first. And I was like, then when you were like, I ain't getting that shit. And I was like, oh, well, I know somebody who wants one. I was like, and you can get your NRD back. I was like, well, shit, that's a win-win. Yo, Philly, yo, Ty, look, y'all need to hook up.
Hell yeah. And yeah, I mean, hooked up that same day. He got it. I got my NRD back, you know, and it should be on its way. And so he's going to enjoy it.
I'm glad that worked out for both of you guys.
Absolutely. Like, I would have kept it.
Retail.
Yeah. I would have kept it in different circumstances, but I don't have Gandalf. So, you know, I got to pick and choose what I'm going to get now. I can't just, you know, I was getting excited with all these different figures coming out, and I'm a little I'm a little angry with InArt. So, you know, I'm glad that I was able to help Figure Crab. I'm glad you let me know. So thank you once again.
I'm glad that worked out for both of you guys.
Absolutely. Like, I don't have much, getting back to this figure, I don't have much to say at all. This really isn't my thing. So that's why I put it to you guys. Because, you know, my commentary is like, yep, that looks pretty good. And that's kind of what it comes down to. Like, it looks good. It looks very well done. I have no attachment to this whatsoever. Like, my Predator is like Arnold and Danny Glover. That's
100%.
That's it. That's all I know. And Alien, I got another piece of shame to share with you, you know, because this is a safe place. Is that I didn't.
Come on.
I had not watched Alien before until last year.
Wow.
Okay.
Like when I was still working at Apple, my boss, he was like, "What is wrong with you? Like, you know, you're not." Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, you need to watch this movie. I'm like, I don't know. I just never did. It's not like I went out of my way not to watch it. And he was just like, you're just dead to me. Uh-oh.
He said it like that?
Yep. He said, you're dead to me now until you watch it. So I watched it. And I was like, hey, yo, it's pretty good. And see, now we're getting it.
Smalls, and yet you won't get that reference because you ain't watched my movie yet. So.
Oh.
But see, I knew that I knew what it was from. I just hadn't watched the movie. I've got a lot of shame there. A lot of movie shame.
Hey, at least you're not like Mario, right?
I don't know. I'm starting to think about time. I'm about to start putting friends in certain categories. I'm like, So I presented. I came across somebody's rankings for all the Batman movies, and I just sent it to LJ. I was like, let's discuss. And Mario was like, movie ranking. I was like, yeah. And he's like, well, and I'm like, are you the one that should be speaking on this? Have you seen all these movies? I don't know.
Have you?
I'm sure there's a no in there somewhere on that list. we know the Batman. He fell asleep on that in front of us, so I know he still hasn't seen that one.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you for forgiving me. Yeah, this guy has one of the best emails ever. I'm not going to say it, but he has one of the best email addresses I've ever seen. Like, I love it. I just want to say that.
And now I'm gonna bug him on Sunday, be like, yo, what's that email you got?
Exactly. So, okay, we have talked about this guy. Well, you guys have talked about this guy, and we've started to ramble a little bit, thanks to me. So, I'm gonna move on to the next one, and that is gonna be. Why is this giving me this terrible window? Okay, yeah, let's go with this guy.
Oh, okay.
Calvin,
no one else?
Thoughts?
Calvin?
Oh, I'm driving. I'm expecting y'all to tell me when something's on the screen. I'm driving here. I just glanced down. I'm like,
who's gonna
everybody
talk there?
quiet.
I didn't know if you could see or not. So now that I know, like,
I can see, but I'm watching the road.
Right.
I'm not. Give me a cue to look down real quick.
That's important. That's extremely important. So I'll give you the alley oops. It's the Death Trooper.
Yeah, I was able to secure a pre-order, so I jumped on it. Death
Ooh.
Troopers are by far my favorite troopers. I've come to realize that, especially being with all my Star Wars guys and y'all putting trooper and this after that. I'm like half the time I'm like, wait, phase 1, phase 2, what the hell's the difference? It's a helmet. But when it comes to my favorite, I've come to realize this is my favorite one. So. Yeah, I jumped on this one. I was like, oh, Zombified too? Okay, I can get with that. So I was kind of hyped for this one when it came out. And actually was a little bit reluctant. I just happened to come across it with a link and was like, oh, it's up? Yeah, why not? So I put down my little funky, $27 for it.
Nice.
Interesting. Are you only getting one?
Well, they only allowed me to get one. So, but yeah, at this point, I got this one. I believe I have an original all black one, or do I have two? I can't remember. And then I know I've got the one that everybody hates, that funky chrome looking one. But it's still a trooper to me. That was the one from Celebration of 22 when I met everybody at Celebration. So that's my remembrance to that figure. Be it what it is, I still like it. So. That's when I met all the guys. So that's in the case.
I was going to get the Chrome Troopers, but because I like these troopers too. I want the original ones. I just don't want the Chrome one, but I'm not willing to do a whole lot of searching for it, and just trying to keep myself more disciplined. So this guy, I'm not going to get.
To find it. I think I found one on eBay for either 2 or 220. It wasn't terrible. Quick side story. So I don't know. I'm sure you've heard of our Frankenstein spot here in California, and the reason you go there is because you get vendors that get figures in, and sometimes you just want to be able to see them in hand first before you actually buy them. And he has a bunch of archived stuff, and he's trying to gouge you, for lack of a better term. And so I asked for a Death Trooper, and he was like, "Oh, $350." Didn't even flinch. She was like, $350, and I was like, "You're kidding me." I was like, I know you get people that come in here that don't know no better, but I'm not a layman. That's outrageous. And he was like, "Oh, I'll go on eBay." He was like, he just shrugged his shoulders. So in front of his face, I jumped on. "Oh, $200? Buck, it'll be here Monday. Don't worry about it. That's your loss." And I just went on by my business. He really is a piece. He's a piece of work. So,
wow.
Yeah. So I was just like, all right, but hey, I got mine, so it's all that matters to me.
Damn.
But these are by far my favorites. So that black and red, and I need to get to the point where I run power to light up the bottom of their helmets with that green. I need to get that done too.
Okay.
That'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I do. I like the style of these troopers. I really do. I might have to look into, going back and getting a couple of them. Because again, though, I'm not into the whole chrome thing. And also, I forgot that I made banners for everything this week. You see, Jose?
Wow.
Yeah. I'm trying to be more professional.
I see the banners.
As I'm trying to be more professional, then I can't. Everything just breaks. So there's that. But let's see.
One thing is another. Trust me, I know.
Oh my gosh. So let's see. How does this work with that? Okay. Rob says I would have gotten 2 if it would let me.
Right.
And he's got a couple of Rogue One Death Troopers there. My second. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say this very briefly and see what you guys think. Do you notice how the coolest looking characters are the bad guys in Star Wars?
Yeah.
The troop
more times than not. Yeah.
Yeah. The troopers, the rebel soldiers are, it's just yeah, okay. I don't want this guy. You look at this, the Death Troopers, you look at Death Troopers, all these different Stormtroopers. They always have the coolest looking ones, Vader. I mean, the coolest looking good guys, I would have to say, would be the Mandalorians to me. What do you guys think?
I can't argue that fact. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, because they're also wearing their own armor, right? And then a lot of them have different colors on their armor. So shows a little bit of their personality. I think about like Sabine Wren or Bo-Katan or things like that. So yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, see, I'm not the only one that thinks this. See,
Yeah.
bad guys are always best dressed.
I even like the Imperial uniforms, like Thrawn and Krennic and all that. I think they look dope. You know what I mean? Just like with their white uniform or their gray one or whatever color they may have. But
do either of you guys have it in? I've been thinking about.
I'm going
to get it. How do you like?
You got?
I just haven't ordered it yet.
It's dope. It's dope, man. It's like probably one of the best likenesses I've ever seen. Like, really, really good. Really good.
Press X to continue. He posted a photo of his Thrawn that he just got.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it looks like the guy is standing in his house or in his apartment. I was like, holy crap, look at this likeness.
Yeah.
I think it was amazing.
The only bad thing about it is like it seems like the tailoring's a little like the sleeves are a little short. So like if you like you'll be able to see some of the peg in certain poses. So like the sleeves are a little short. Some of the pants are a little too baggy, but not too much. So it's a little bit of the tailoring. If the tailoring was like maybe like a little bit better, it'd be like a perfect figure. But its faults, I think the biggest fault is the tailoring.
Okay.
But I mean, you can manipulate it in a way, right? Like you can kind of mess with it a little bit, and maybe not do those poses where you see a lot of where he's lifting his arm or his hand a little too much, so you don't see the peg. So if you manipulate it in a certain way, I think it's just fine. So
just futzing with it a bit, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, like I didn't realize because that's not a figure I was really looking at all, but. I saw that picture. I was like, wow. Whoever gets this is getting a good looking figure. Like that head sculpt is out of this world. But back to this Death Trooper. Like, do you see the blog post? These photos are pretty good. Like some of them, it's like, wow, that looks like something off a set. That doesn't. But hey, he just didn't have. He has presence. I think he's going to have a lot of presence on the shelf. But he just wasn't there enough to make me want him. Like if I had the income, the extra funds in the budget to just say, he looks pretty cool. Let me grab him. I will grab him. But as is, I got to make some choices, and he doesn't make the cut, unfortunately.
Yeah, and same thing for me. I mean, I don't collect troopers only because there's just too much good stuff to collect troopers and go down that, rabbit hole. I think they're really cool, and if they were cheap, then maybe I'd buy a few, but they're not. They're like you're spending, a good amount of money on these as well. So, more times than not, I'm like, do I want a trooper or do I want, this character that I like? And usually I go with the other option. So that's why but I feel like one day maybe I might buy one, and if I buy one, then I'll have to buy him a friend, and you know how the rabbit hole goes.
Of
man,
course, you got to buy him too,
man. So it's so
you need to.
I don't know. Yeah, the Death Troopers though, I do like it, especially the all black ones. Like it's like if I was gonna get some, I'd probably get those with Krennic. It'd be dope. That type of display option.
Yeah, and the red does really pop on it too. Like it's a good looking figure. Like, nice job, Hot Toys.
Yeah,
To
no doubt about that.
To add to that, there's no. Oh well, just don't worry about it. Put a deposit down, and we'll get this to you in 6 to 8 months. They're ready for you to pay for this now.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, with this one, it's what it released already, right? It was one of those instant drop things.
Mm-hmm. Because Rand sent me the initial announcement, and then 2 days later sent me. And I'm like, didn't they just announce this? Like, is there something different about it? I was like, oh, damn, that's the release. I said, okay. So I do what I do. I always put something on the payment plan and try and manipulate that date depending on what current day it is. So
yeah, me too.
I try and get that extra month for them to kick in that extra month.
Damn, I didn't know that. Like they want their money now.
Yeah, it's like 82 a month, I believe.
Sheesh. Nope. Jose, I think you got some friends in the chat.
I do. I don't know. I can't manipulate it today. I don't know what happened.
No?
I think it's no. I don't know what happened.
Okay, I'll do it.
It's gonna have to be you. It's Brick.
What up, sir?
What's up, man?
My dude.
What the hell?
He's excited that it's Friday. It is.
See, everything's broken. Everything's broken now.
Yeah, I don't
so
know what happened. I don't see anything. It's just like any other stream.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
I don't know what happened.
I apologize everyone for the discombobulation for this week. This is also going to be the last week I'm using StreamYard. I'm switching to a different one because I am not going to pay $45 for this a month. Like I don't get enough out of it. I don't have enough subs, so I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I'll wait.
Makes
Especially
sense.
when there's other services that come pretty close, like the Streamlabs Talk Studio that has a lot of the same features for less money a month. So I'm gonna try that out and see how that goes. Oh wait, okay. Larry Walker's in here.
All right.
Yeah, what up, Larry?
Hello.
Okay, and let's see. What does Philly have to say?
He's not a zombie guy, and this is just it. And this is just it. I think he's talking about how he wasn't really into it at first, but he kind of likes it now.
Yeah, the more I think about him. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. All right, yeah, cool. All right, let's move on to the next one.
Ooh. All right.
We're trying to keep things on a nice pace here. Yeah, I'm just out of rhythm here. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
So
Forgot about this
Calvin,
one.
We got Wasp. I don't know how you feel about Ant-Man and the Wasp, but she was announced.
That's cool.
I like that aesthetically they changed the suit a little bit. The color's a little bit brighter, right, compared to the second movie version.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of just wished she hadn't cut her hair because that wasn't really
Thank you.
a Marvel thing. It was a
nail on the head. Because I was just about to say I missed that ponytail.
Thank you.
Yeah. And
Remember,
actually,
she
that
had
was
that
Yeah.
funky bob in the first movie. I wasn't feeling that one either.
oh.
Yeah.
I kind of like the bob, but the short hair, no, it did not work. It just looked so bad. It's just, and that was
So it's not just me.
that was her choice, by the way. Like she didn't, like they didn't tell her cut your hair, or it wasn't something that they wanted for the character. Like she just decided that she wanted to cut her hair, so she cut her hair, and they kind of just went with it for the movie. Especially because Wasp, famously in the comics, does have like a like a pixie cut type of but it's just I don't know. I don't think it looked very good on her.
No, it doesn't.
I think her best look is when she has like long hair, especially if you've seen the movie Real Steel with Hugh Jackman.
Yes,
That's her best look, and I don't know why she deviated from that. But anyways, I don't want to make it about her looks. I want to make it about the figure, and because of that, though, I feel like this figure is I feel even it kind of the likeness is like it makes it look not as good too, because if you had the longer hair, I think you might see a little bit more of Evangeline Lilly. Lost was a good look. Yeah, she was in Lost as well. Yeah, that's when she was really a little bit younger than that, than Real Steel. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. And then like this movie was decent. It was okay. It was, a lot of people hated it, so there's not really any excitement around this figure. So the zigzags in the front of her hair look bad. Yeah, I don't know. The hell, it just looks. It looks kind of like how it looked in real life, which was bad. So
Yeah,
easy pass for me.
Yeah, it was quite the turn off. Because I enjoyed the first two movies. I didn't think the third one was that great, and then when I saw her with the hair, I was like, no. Like if I had this figure, this head sculpt would stay in the box.
Oh gosh,
I don't need this out here because I don't like this look. And in the box.
In the
Just-
box.
in the box. I
Stay
don't need
away.
to bring this one out. No need to bring this one out. But yeah, that's kind of.
It's such a shame though, because it like, you know, she's an attractive lady, and I don't feel like this captures it. You know, it's just like,
Very.
yeah. I'm happy with my older wasp. Yeah, Philly. Yeah, I think you're set. Like, especially because she wore that one in more appearances versus this. She kind of just wore for this one movie. So
Yeah, if I could get my hands on the older one, I'd probably just go with that because this one, I'm not going to
It's
pay
sweet.
full price.
And I'm sure this one does the same with the way the visor and the helmet lights up. It's sweet when it's lit up. So I'm
yeah,
happy with the representation that I have. I don't need this.
Nice. Yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta show me a
Brick-
picture of that when it lights up like that. I've never seen it lit up for some reason.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
but yeah, Philly's right though. You didn't miss much. It is what it is. You know?
Yeah, I watched that whole movie and I was just like, uh-huh.
See, now you watched that, but didn't watch. Never mind. I'll stop.
Oh
No.
no.
No, that is absolutely fair. That is absolutely fair. You know, I will be held accountable for my, you know, I don't even know what to call it, but you know, my missteps in my viewing. Because yeah, I did watch this whole movie, and you know, I kind of think, why did I? Like, I'm gonna watch this whole thing. I still have not watched the last Guardians of the Galaxy. I haven't watched the
Oh.
Marvels. I started.
Not missing
Marvel-
much there.
You're not missing, but you didn't see the last guy. Oh, come on, man.
I keep hearing that one's sad.
It is a little.
It hit you in the feels.
Yeah. All right. So you know, and I wasn't in a place where I wanted a whole bunch of sad. So you know, maybe I'll look at it now.
It redeems
And,
itself. It redeems itself though. So it takes you on an emotional roller coaster, but it brings you back.
Okay. I'm gonna take your word for it, Calvin. So you know, if I come back here, I'm hearing that the CGI is shockingly horrible. Is that true?
Are we, which
He's
one
talking
was-
about. I think he's talking about Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Ant-Man.
Oh yeah. Okay, never mind.
It looked. It was.
Damn,
But you
Drew,
could
that's
tell
not
that.
how you really feel.
You could tell from the trailer, though. From the trailer, as soon as they showed that, I was like, there was already jokes online about how it looked like Spy Kids, you know. And that's kind of like, and people were like, "Oh, it's just a little bit of the movie." He's like, "No, it's the whole movie. The whole movie looks like that." So
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys have seen the Robert. I think it's Robert Rodriguez who directed that, right?
Thank
the
you.
classic
Let him know.
directed what the last
Guardians
Ant-Man
3
movie?
is great. He's like saying Guardians 3 is great.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So you should watch it.
All right.
But anyways,
try.
no one's buying this wasp, right?
Negative.
Anyone in the
that's what-
chat?
Yeah, anyone in the chat have any feelings about this? Because we've all, even in chat, we've started talking about something else. So I think that
Yeah, I
kind
don't
of
think
tells us.
I don't think I haven't heard one person say, "Oh man, I was waiting for this wasp. I'm getting this." You know, I haven't heard one person.
Yeah,
If you're out there though, tell us and tell us why you want this one. I mean, I don't know.
this is a dopo right here. Yeah, I think we've got our verdict.
I do not poke.
And then she don't look cheeked up there. What's going on there?
Yeah,
shout out
what's up
brother
with that?
cousin's booty watch. Like, where's it at?
Yeah, like what's happening?
That
here?
ain't right.
Yeah. She got
That ain't right.
Gluteus, she got that gluteus minimus. Some of them got it, some of them don't. It's all right.
It ain't there.
Nah, I'm a bit disappointed there, but yeah, okay. Yeah, all right, moving on.
Brad Brick makes a good point, and I've been saying this too. He's like, if they can make this, they can make a Blue Beetle. Yeah, but the problem is that Blue Beetle's Mexican, and they don't like Mexicans. So you know, and they don't like DC either. So they're
They don't
like,
like all of that.
unless
They don't like a
unless
lot.
it's the Dark Knight trilogy or Batman, we're not making it. So
Well, you know, unless it, I mean, you got to be careful which Batman because they don't really care about Batman Begins.
well, they'll make it. They just not gonna do any effort on it. You know, what I
They'll
mean?
just make a piece of shit and put it out there, just poop
And
it out.
roll it out the back door like we don't know what happened.
Yep. Because he went up on sale the same day that Batman Forever did, if I'm not mistaken. and they were all showing us Batman Forever, and then like over here on the side, like, oh yeah, and the Batman Begins came out today. But we have Doctor Doom up here. I think we're getting into the good stuff here.
All right.
So, Calvin, are you picking this up?
I'm excited for this one. I'm even to the point where I'm thinking about hitting up my guys, be like, yo, send me some books so I can get some real reference. I really want to get to know the badass Doom that I keep hearing everybody talk about. Like, you can't have a last name called Doom and don't be a badass motherfucker. So I need to see, but all the reference points I have from the Fantastic Four movies just did not do it for me. So, because even then I was like, this is it? He just looks like a tin man walking around with a funky mask on. So I need some real resources as far as give me where he really came from and that backstory. I'm excited for the Robert Downey Jr. aspect of it to see what they're going to do with that. One thing I trust Downey, I trust the Russo brothers. That's just a combination that works. That's a recipe for success. But as far as this figure just being on its own, I think this is really dope.
Yeah.
I'm excited. And then more than anything else, I'm just happy they did something new. I'm sick of the same old. We get the trifecta. You got you got Batman, you got Spider-Man, we got Iron Man. Give me something new, and they did that.
Yeah, I think this is really, really cool for those who have or collecting the comic inspired line, whether it's the Hono figures or the Hot Toys. I mean, that's a whole other thing that we can get into about why is it not Hono? I mean, but if you have like this Marvel collection, like you have your Wolverine and you have a few of the other figures that have released, or you're getting that Spider-Man or whatever's these Hono figures, I think this just fits right in, man. So, I think that people like collecting these Marvel one-offs. I mean, they're not really one-offs anymore, right? Because there's a few of them now, but I don't know. I think it looks cool. It's not diecast, is it? Do you know about this? If it's diecast?
I have no idea because I didn't check all that.
We didn't do any research. We didn't read the descriptions. Where's that one guy that told me? He got mad.
I didn't do any of that. I just grabbed pictures and put them in the folder. I'm like, yeah, I want to talk about this. But like, I'm with Calvin on this because I don't have a lot of reference for Doctor Doom. Like I always knew who he was, but comic wise, I never thought too much. I didn't know. Before I go any further, though, let's say hello to the movie canon. Hello.
Hey,
what's up, bro?
And he says that it is not diecast.
There we go. Nice.
Imagine
there.
He was.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. But
I mean, he might be diecast when they do the Iron Man, the Robert Downey Jr. version.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, like this figure looks really cool. Like on his own, just seeing it when it popped up in my feed, I was like, I think I'd like to have him. Like he's got some presence. I like the way he looks. So regardless, whether he's die cast or plastic, like he could make it into the collection. Yeah. He's got two styles of face mask and separate rolling eyeballs. That's very interesting.
It'd be cool too if they do like the whole Fantastic Four, like Marvel Comics versions. You know what I mean? Like of the whole Fantastic Four, like they do the Thing, they do, Johnny Storm, Mr. Fantastic, so on and so forth. Like that would be pretty cool.
He's not Hono, right?
He is not. No. Yeah, that's what I was touching on earlier. So this is Hot Toys releasing this Doctor Doom. It's not Hono, which a lot of people are confused about. But I just in general, I just think they're like, well, we want to charge you more, so we'll put this label on it. very fair assessment there. I wonder, like, you think they're gonna do another? They've got to be doing a Robert Downey Jr. one, right? Oh yeah. Once that happens, but we're a few years away, so.
Calvin, where are you? Calvin,
he's in his office. I think he's in his office.
Is he? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll keep moving on here, but like I'm looking at these photos and yeah, like I'm digging this dude. Like he just looks cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, aesthetically, I think this is like great for people that want, like I said, these comic line figures. So, you know, very, very cool. Not something I collect because, again, another line that I think is really, really, really cool. But I can't, you know, it's just like, then I'll buy him and then I got to buy another one. I got to buy another one. It's just, I can't stop. So,
see, I have decided that I'm just going to focus. I'm not worried about lines anymore because that can get to be too costly for me. And as far as space is concerned. And so I'm just going to collect the figures I like. If it's a Doctor Doom, you know, I like the way this character looks, I'm going to collect this figure. If there's more in this line that I do like, then yeah, I could do that. But I'm not necessarily worried about collecting even figures that I don't really care for just because they are part of the line. Now that may go against, you know, they may cost me my collector card, but you know, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, that's how I feel about it.
I mean, we got to stop gatekeeping each other. You know what I mean? This is your collector card. You know what I mean? It's like, nah, man, collect what you want. Because that's how we get in these holes, man. We start buying a bunch of shit, and then later we're like, oh, man, you know, I have too many things on pre-order. And I didn't really want that one, but, you know, this guy told me he really liked it. So then I just bought it. So,
yeah.
You know, and it's just like, no, man, but buy what you want. You know what I mean? And if you really want it, buy it. If you're like, you know, indecisive or whatever, then maybe wait on it and then see how you feel later, you know? I don't know.
Yeah, because I've been down that road and then I end up looking at figures in the display and I'm like, why do I have this? Like, I don't even like this thing that much, but it's part of this line, so I got it. And now I'm stuck with it and, you know, I end up selling it, you know? And because I got all excited, I'm going to get all of them in this line. Like, I got excited about the Mandalorian stuff and the Ahsoka, but then I'm like, I see these figures, they're in like the characters in one episode. Then they're just gone, just done. Like, okay. And then by the time the figure comes out, I have forgotten about it. Yeah. And I'm like, oh yeah, that one. But yeah, so someone agrees with me. Dogito. I'm with you, Ty. That's how I collect as well. I get what I like. That's the way I'm gonna be. You know, that fits me better. It's kind of eclectic. If Calvin, if you're talking to us, you're muted.
I just realized that. I was like, didn't I mute myself? Because I know I had a whole lot of talking to do when I got to the office. I said the problem is I like a lot of shit. That's my biggest problem. I wish I didn't like none of this mess.
Yeah. I could make a whole video about, you know, me and my impulsivity problems, you know, and how it's gotten me into a ton of trouble. Like, you know, I almost bought the J&D The Batman statue.
Oh my!
Whoa! You almost went J&D?
Yeah.
Oh wow! I haven't climbed down that hole yet. Dang.
Yeah, well, neither have I. Yeah.
I never even thought about it though. You at least went to the line with like, nah, never mind.
Yeah.
From off the top, I was like, nope.
I was right there with Riley, man. About to do it. And like I ended up you know, I was gonna do the NRD and whatnot, you know, and yeah. That's all I'm gonna say.
And was it a thing that you just really liked the Batman and you were like, man, this statue is really cool and I really like the movie? Or was it just because you thought it looked cool?
I really like the Batman and the Batman, you know, the movie, you know, really, you know, spoke to, like, certain parts of that movie really spoke to me. The funniest thing is, since I've had it, like I've owned it, I have not watched it from beginning to end. I watch bits of it, my favorite parts, and I keep going back And even my son is like, why don't you watch the whole movie? I'm like, no, but I like this part. And then I go back to the other part. And I just keep revolving like that. And I've forgotten how that thing ends now. But, that's how I end up watching it.
Yeah, that movie's pretty long, so I mean, I get it. But anyways, Doctor Doom.
Yes. See, there I go. Thank you, Jose. Thank you. He brought us back. I wanted to ask you guys, do any of you use these little lightning things that Hot Toys gives you with the figures? Do you use these?
9 out of 10 times, no. But I am using it on Electro currently because I thought it looked pretty cool on Electro. But more times than not, I don't use them.
How about you, Calvin?
You're muted again, Cal.
I'm not muted. I put my mic up. My bad.
Oh, okay.
Okay, there it is. On Electro, I didn't use them. I just did his, what's that star crown of his with his glasses.
Oh, yeah.
On Thor, I did use them. I thought that was a figure that needed that added touch to it. Otherwise, no, I don't think I used them. But Thor's lit up, so it kind of adds to the illusion of his electricity as opposed to just being flat. Like with Miles, I didn't put the pieces on Miles.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I rarely, maybe not even, I don't even think I've used it for a photo. Like I usually leave those in the box for some reason. I don't know why. I wonder how, other people handle it. But let's see, Jose, you want to read what Rob said here?
Yeah, he's like, my collection is about nostalgia. Anything outside of that doesn't usually make the cut. Yeah.
I wish I had that discipline because my nostalgia has levels. Like 89 Batman or anything Keaton, I'm like, I'm getting it. That's young boy Calvin. I gotta have that. That's all nostalgia. But 4 years ago, The Mandalorian came out, and I'm like, well, that show was dope too.
Yeah. I remember, like, it's just like, I remember, at the end of season 2 when Luke shows up and, Mando says goodbye to Grogu and that whole scene.
Yeah.
Bo-Katan's there and Casca Reeves and so on and so forth. And it's just like all these characters. And so you get, have
Axe Wolves. I just want to say that.
You do?
I do. Why do I have Axe Wolves? Because he was there with them.
Now that's the one that didn't come with a headstone, right?
No.
Exactly. No. So he's just like a different looking like Mandalorian Death Watch, kind of, and it just has to stop. It has to stop.
Yep.
But Hot Choices like Diddy can't stop, won't stop.
Oh my.
Oh, we got a Diddy reference.
Billy's saying his last comment. I think he's talking to you, Calvin. He's saying he's filming the '89 Jazz Inc. Finally, you should come down sometime and bring Jose with you. So I guess he wants you to tag.
I'm booked all weekend this weekend. So
man,
we'll see. Maybe next week I can get out. Oh no, next week is my wife's birthday, so that won't work either.
Oh damn!
We'll figure it out, Billy.
You can't mess with that. Don't mess with that.
Oh, he was talking to Gio, so not Calvin. Gio, do you want to go?
That's good.
Anyways,
hold on. So now I'm offended. Wait, so what?
Exactly.
My invitation was rescinded or something? What you mean?
Look
what happened there, Billy?
Look what you started.
What happened there, Billy? Hey, look at the comment. That's what he wrote. I mean, he specified. He's like, I wasn't talking to Calvin.
Let me say I can't make it.
Oh boy. Oh man. Oh wait.
Oh, he says. There we go. He says, nah. Calvin has an unlimited annual pass.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I know. Disney.
Okay, Rob has Axe Wolves too. Yeah,
Need to complete the night owls. Yeah, I get it. Oh, speaking of, I was showed Calvin, but I got Bo-Katan rooted by Tina. I think I might have told you, Ty, that I was doing that,
Yeah.
but I just got her back. She looks great, man. I took some photos.
Yeah, you guys send me a pic.
Yeah, man. She looks really, really, really good, man. And it's crazy. It's like once you take off that plastic hair, I feel like the likeness even comes out even more. So yeah, man. Really, really.
I got an extra head for Tina to do that, so I'm just waiting for her.
Well,
to
there you
say
go,
that,
man.
That I'm up next. Jose, can you bring your mic down just a little touch?
Oh, sorry about that.
It was a little hot there.
I got you.
When you
hello.
got
testing
yeah.
1 2 3.
There you go. Yeah, when you got excited, it got a little hot.
I was like, whoa.
Exactly. Speaking of what happened before, that was quite the uninvitations. Yes, it was.
I know.
Yes, it was. And
what happened?
This one, that was Jose's fault.
I was just reading the chat.
That was Jose's fault. And I like how he's like, I don't know, Calvin. It was just in the chat.
Like Billy could have said.
He didn't mean you, Calvin. Oh,
he didn't mean you. Oh, my bad. I'm just reading what the comment said.
Take me to the curb real quick.
Oh man.
I'm just saying. He was just like. I wasn't talking to Calvin, I'm talking to Gio. I was like, okay.
Oops, sorry, Calvin. Oh man.
Cold blood.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. What's next on tab?
Let's see what we got. Let me get myself organized here. Let's bring up one that you put in the shared folder.
Ooh, you want to talk about this one? All right.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, a lot of these photos were courtesy of Riley. Riley, I spoke to him and I said, "Hey, hook it up with some photos." This one's actually an exclusive one that he gave me. He's like, "I haven't posted this one, so I'll give you the exclusive on this one." So exclusively shown here on Thank You for Collecting this new image here.
Yeah.
This is like I said, for Riley, he took a couple of shots that he got his Superman, did the review on it, so go check him out. And yeah, man, let's see a few of them here. I know you're zooming in there, but I got a couple photos there from Riley.
Yeah, let me do my professional thing here.
Oh, there we go, the banner.
Huh?
There it is.
All right. Yep, there we go. Another shot here. Yeah, I didn't know which one was the Riley photos, so I figured I'd just wait and let you.
No worries.
Fill us in.
Yeah, these ones are from Riley. You see the angry head sculpt on this one here with the kryptonite spear. So kind of like that shot that when he's gonna go and flying into Doomsday. So you see that, and then the next shot there. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say, I thought he didn't have a waist catcher. I thought he had one that goes in his back.
Yeah, that's something Riley used. It doesn't come with it. He must have used it because he wanted he wanted him to kind of project forward.
Okay.
But it doesn't come with it. He must have used it from a different figure.
That makes sense because I just watched Justin's video and I saw that. I was like, oh, that's an innovative way to do it.
Riley out here using Dan tactics, cheating.
He's cheating over here.
Cheating ass Riley.
So yeah, then this kind of replicates the nightmare scene when he takes off Batman's cowl in that nightmare scene in Batman vs Superman. Very cool.
You guys think that he'll do that they will do a Batman, a BVS Batman?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, definitely. I think it's just a matter of time, but they'll get to it for sure.
Calvin, have you seen these?
Too little, too late. I have this ordered, so I was excited to see these. I keep going back and forth between the angry sculpt or the clean one, but I think that angry one is the one I'd have to go with.
Well, it's more emotive.
Yeah.
I love the clear stick going up the back though. I do like that.
Yeah, I think that's
illusion
cool
automatically
too.
Playing without, because what Riley did with the waist grabber. I took foam and like tape foam pieces around the arms to go around both my
Yeah.
suits so that it doesn't mess up my suit for the Hot Toys versions.
Yeah.
So not having to worry about that is definitely less of a headache.
Yeah, I do like I know it's kind of annoying that you have to lift up the zipper and then plug it in or whatever. But I don't know. I think that's cool. And then it seems kind of less, it's more seamless, right? So you don't see the black hook around the waist,
Compared to what I have to do with tools and many little needle nose tweezers and all the things I have to do to light my stuff up, this is easy. Zip, plug, play, done. This is the least of my concern. This is actually pretty sweet.
Yeah. I like the way they handle that too. So Jose, are you getting this? Did you say you were?
I do. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I have this one on order. I put down my NRD on that one. Probably as soon as it was available on the. I ordered it from Outfitters, which I like. They actually got me my InArt Joker pretty quick, and they seem to be very quick with the InArt orders because I see them getting like stock for their InArt figures like rather quickly, quicker than sometimes than like quicker than like Kit or obviously for sure Spec. So I should have ordered Batman with them, but I ended up not because I was still kind of indecisive whether I was going to buy the rooted version or the sculpted version or anyways, and I ended up waiting, and then I had to get it somewhere else where it was available, and that was Spec. So anyways, I like Outfitters. They're good, and they got me the Joker. Like I remember I got the Joker before a few YouTubers. Like that's one of the things that quote unquote YouTubers, I mean I guess we're all YouTubers, but but I remember there's one of the things I talked to Marco about was that at first because I got the Joker I think before he did.
Yeah.
And so I got it in, and he was just like, "Oh, like tell me how it is," and so on and so forth. He's like, "Where'd you order it?" And I was like, "Outfitters." So, anyways, they're pretty great. So I ordered it with them, but yeah, whenever they get it, I'm waiting for it. I'm excited about it. Yeah, I sold my Justice League Superman. I had the Justice League one, but I just feel like this one completely beats it. It's just proportions, everything, and I know that there's controversy about the likeness, especially on that neutral sculpt, but I think it looks good, man. If you move forward, I added some shots from Dean Knight, courtesy from Dean Knight. I reached out to Dean Knight and got his okay to share those photos too. If you move a little forward,
before I do that, let's say hello to Quentin Martin. Howdy, welcome.
Hello,
welcome, and everyone, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yes,
it
please.
Helps it out, and we appreciate it. Figurecraft, he says, I got this through TNS. Hope they get it soon. Very excited. This pose with Riley, this is like classic Superman.
Yeah. This one's from Dean Knight.
Yeah. I watched Dean Knight's review of it. He's very detailed.
Yes. He is.
In his reviews, like he really goes into it. He gives you pretty much any angle you could think of. He's gonna give it to you, and so
this is true, Philly. Yeah, that's one of the things. I think one of the things I ended up not ordering with them is because their shipping is like pretty expensive. So I was kind of but and then like they make you pay with Outfitters. They make you pay the NRD plus shipping up front. Which I always thought was really, really weird. Yeah.
Wow.
But the good news is that once it comes in, you don't have to worry about that. So.
True. Right. I mean, it's the same with Collector's Own. You got to pay him all that up front.
Yeah.
Sometimes you be like, I love his discount, but do I want to spend all that up front right now? I got other shit I got to put toward. So. But
usually my answer is no.
Usually, but when it comes, but like you said, when it comes in, when you just get that shipping notice and like it's on the way, you be like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So it's a give and take on that one.
Yeah. It's good if you can swing it, definitely, because you get a really good discount on it. but sometimes it's just not in that position. This I don't have a problem with this likeness at all. Like for me, like pretty much any angle, that's Henry Cavill. You know,
Yeah.
And I saw this one up next to the Hot Toys, which I have the black suit Superman, the Hot Toys one, and the head sculpt's like it's like one looks like the actor and one looks like who that's supposed. Like the Hot Toys looks good until you put it next to this.
Yeah.
You know, and then you're like, oh,
But I mean, different strokes for different folks. So, you know, there's a few people out there that I saw commenting and saying, I like my Hot Toys better.
That's fair.
All right. That's cool. That's fair. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, beauty's on the other beholder. Yeah, exactly. We thought we had the same thought there, Ty. Same thought.
Great minds think alike.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Look at this, man. It's just like, you know, when the shadows are hitting it and all that, man. It's just like, that's dope, man. This looks like a real, like, I was showing it to a couple people and they were like, yeah, that looks like really, really good. This was like, you know,
like Dean actually got into this dimple in his chin in the review and showed
and he showed a picture, right? Yeah,
he showed the picture of the actual Henry Cavill, and he's like, and see, when I change my lighting, it kind of goes away just like it would in real life. I was like, yep. But the fact that they put it in the sculpt, you know, and it's not straight either, just like it is on actual Henry Cavill. It's not just a straight dimple, it is off to the side a little bit. Movie Canon says he had to cancel his InArt Superman. Sorry, dude.
You should have canceled other things, Gio. All right.
Yeah,
I ain't mad at Gio. Look, I've been debating on canceling a whole lot of stuff just to be like, I should need a break. I really been thinking about just canceling everything, give what money I can back, and be like, I'll get back at it next year. But I'm holding on. But we'll see how long I hang in there. I see the angle scope look better in the Pro though. Well, you're right.
Calvin,
can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
My man was giving me hell about his punk ass Celtics. How about them Giants, Kent? How about them Giants? Dodgers, baby.
Oh man.
What's up, Todd?
I wanted to ask you. You said you had thought about maybe just like kind of shelving it till next year. What was the reason for that line of thinking?
The business. This has been eating me up this last couple months, and the problem is it's everything is in fluctuation. Rates go up and down. The fuel prices go up and down, and then the hidden variable is maintenance. You know, I'll be doing fine, and you know, you put a little cushion away, and next thing you know, bam, this needs to be fixed. Bam, that needs to be fixed. This needs to be fixed. And I got to get it fixed to keep them, you know, keep the truck rolling. So it's like, then you guys got to remember, and that's like more major stuff. I still have 18 tires on this thing to worry about. So one go out, you got to worry about that. You know, it's so many things that are out of my control, and you you do what you do to, like, you know, stay on top of your maintenance. But when something just goes out and you got to come out of pocket out of nowhere, you're like, damn. So then you look at these and you're like, yeah, these aren't that important.
That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. You know, I don't have that exact same situation, but yeah, you know, that's got to be rough. Because
taxes is another thing. Because I have fuel taxes every quarter. I have a road tax that hits annually. You know, it's and I remember I'm in California, so California's always trying to get you for something. And as much as I like being an entrepreneur and being my own boss, there are days I'd be like, man, I miss the days where I could just show up, clock in, and go home. Let them worry about all this extra overhead. But you know, I signed up for it.
Yeah, I mean that's being a business owner. You're everything comes to you. So I mean, I hear you, man. I don't have that.
Even my off days are still like if I want to get the truck washed, unless I hire somebody that, you know, $200-300 to do a detail for me, I got to get up and go drive it to the shop and get it washed and, you know, do that and then drive it back. So that's 2 hours out of my day. You know, just things like that. It's just always something. So.
What about you, Ty? Are you getting this Superman?
I pre-ordered it, and I pre-ordered it from Kit, and that was.
Anybody need a Superman? Gio?
Hello, Gio, you still there?
And it was way before there were issues.
The incident.
The incident that has still not been resolved, and like I'm not gonna lie, I have looked elsewhere to see if there's somewhere else I can go for this. It looks like the answer is probably not. I haven't looked at every place, but what I've looked at so far doesn't look good. But I'm worried after what happened is that if this invoice comes in, I pay the rest of it for this guy because I want this figure, and then I run into the same issue, and then I don't get any kind of real customer support. That's just a concern of mine because that's a good chunk of change,
Yeah, I hear you. I definitely hear you.
But go ahead.
It's always because we all deal with different individuals and we all have different experiences with different. Your boy over here may refer you to this person and they have a great experience, and the next thing you know, some shit happened. And it's not like you're expecting him to stop dealing with them, but you over here like, man, fuck that spot. And then vice versa on the same over here, So it's like everybody has to deal with their own experiences. But lastly, like at the end of the day, my communication, transparency, and don't play with my money. Those are the three biggest things,
Exactly. And he pretty much failed on most of those counts. With the incident, because I understand you're busy, but you chose to do this for a living. So the fact that if you get a whole bunch of emails asking you questions, that part's not my fault. That's not my that's really not my problem. You know what I mean? It's like I'm asking you a legitimate question respectfully. Why don't you answer me respectfully? I didn't talk to you that
100%.
way.
The cool part is he's kind of made a name for himself for being an ass with his answers. Now I'm sure he kind of gets a kick out of it at this point.
Yeah.
So I mean, I can be very short myself. Not to necessarily be rude, but I can be short. And a lot of times with my demeanor, people take that as rudeness. Like I get that from my wife all the time. She asks us a question and she expects me to give her like 15 words to say one. I can say yes or no. No.
Yeah.
Yes. It's very simple, right? And why you say it like that? All I said was no. But but I've dealt with Kid for enough years to just know what to expect. And so I just kind of ride that way with him. But I get it, especially with you're dealing with somebody new. But on the flip side, how many people are probably dicks to him and where's my stuff? So let's say he gets in 200 emails and you may be email 198, and so now he's short with it. So, but it doesn't give him an excuse by no means.
Exactly. Like I get it.
I definitely get that both sides of it.
Yeah, like I get it that it's no walk in the park for him, but it's just like that part you chose it. That's part of the business that you chose to operate. So you have to deal with that. I'm just a customer trying to find out what's going on with my order. That's it. And give me the respect I give you.
I have yet to be like, I look forward to getting to China this next April, but with that being said, I'm like, well, damn, I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of customer service I get, because I think that may be a cultural thing.
It could be. It could be, but
let's be honest, customer service here in the States is gone to shit. So
yes, absolutely has. So yeah, it's just like they want your money, but they don't want to earn it anymore. It's just like, give me your money, and give me your money and go away. It used to be they felt like they had to earn it, so they would treat you well. But
I used to be in retail management for years prior to making this career change. And I would always get customer service awards, and most of my coworkers would always be, how the hell does he get the customer service awards? Because I'm not the one I'm not smiling in your face. I mean, granted, I would have great rapport with my customers once I get there with them, but I'm just but I take care of my customers. Whereas several of my other coworkers, what I would always call the yeah. They would just tell the customer whatever they wanted to hear. Like, oh, can you yeah. Can you do yeah. And they can't do none of the shit they just promised. But here I am, you know what? I can't do that, but how about I do this for you? Or let's look at these options. I would just take care of people how they want to be taken care of. And at the end of the day, I get the rewards and they're like, well, what the hell do you do different? I'm like, I just take care of customers. Like, it's customer service.
Bingo. Like
I treat people the way I want to be treated.
I was the same way. Like, that's how I learned at Apple. Like, there is extensive training on how to treat the customers well and deal with bad situations when you have to deliver bad news, all those kind of things. So that's why when I run into bad customer service somewhere else, I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, what the hell is your problem? Because I've had that training, so I know what it's supposed to, and I know how I've treated customers because I was there for like 7 years, so I know how it should be. And when I don't get it, I'm like, okay, why didn't I get this? And I'm just about ready to write the cape off as a loss.
Now, which cape is this that you're looking for?
For Batman Begins, the Jackson Jude. Yeah. So
Which one did you order? Did you order the drape or the
drape?
One? The
Drape one. But see, you guys let me go off on a tangent here.
That's
you
okay.
Let me go. I'm gonna bring us back. To. So, what do you think about this? I mean, the eyes just make so much of a difference. It brings me to something else I wanted to ask you guys about too. But yeah, what do you guys think about this photo?
I mean, great. I mean, this is from D Knight again, and this is from his review. He posted this image, but it's one of the images that he took for his review. You know how he does those review where he takes the figure outside, kind of, the true light. So I feel like those are always one of my favorite videos he does because it definitely gives you a different perspective, of the likeness and how the figure looks and the outfit and so on and so forth. So yeah, so I mean, like I said, I know there was a lot of debate whether the sculpt looks like Henry. I think it looks like him. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, like art's subjective, but I see Henry there.
I see him in every angle. What do you see there, Calvin?
Hey, I see my man in red and blue right there.
Yeah.
That's Superman.
Yeah.
I mean, and everything's subjective. Everybody's gonna see what they want to see, but I think some people need their eyes checked with this one.
Yeah. I've wondered about that because I've looked at pictures where people are like, yeah, I don't see this. Why can't you see it? It's right there. Like, it's obvious. And my eyes are terrible.
Is it every 2 out of 3 men are colorblind?
That's true.
Is that the ratio?
Really?
I believe so.
No. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And also, this is also good to know. I believe the statistic is 1 out of 5 guys. 1 out of 5 guys. No, what was it? Only 1 out of 5 guys can read it higher than a 6th grade level.
Damn.
So
whoa.
So yeah. So I believe that's statistic, but it's something around there. But yeah. So when you read comments and you read dumb comments, you just think about it. It's like he's it's one of those.
Okay. that makes more sense now. All right. So
let me. I come from an education background. My aunt, what doesn't she have? Masters, all that, right? And then my uncle, he's going for his doctorate right now too. So I was always like trained to like write, like I can write the hell out of a paper, right? Mm-hmm. So when I'm reading people's comments, even in text, because you got the your versus your, that kills me every time. People in their grammar. My wife too. She's terrible. She always does stuff in past tense or future tense. I'm like, the hell are you even saying right now? But
Yeah.
but yeah, so when I'm reading comments, I'll be like, oh hell no, you need to go back to third grade because this is all fucked up. Run on sentence, poor punctuation.
See, Calvin, we might be related somehow because, like, the things you say, I'm right there with him. It's like you're reading my mind because they call me the grammar police, like, because it's just basic. You know, it's not like I have that kind of knowledge where I could be a teacher, but it's like when I was growing up, you had to be able to write or else you would get a bad grade, you know, and I just carry that over. Also, I've worked for professional companies, so you have to be professional in the way you speak 100%. And the way you type. And so I carry that over. Like I try to tell my son, like I was helping him because he was trying to contact this business about something. He's like, what, how do I just say it? And I'm like, you say this, comma, blah, 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 blah. He's like, yeah, this is hard. I'm like, how is this hard? It's just normal stuff that they just stopped in school. I remember when he was younger and they were like, yeah, they're not teaching handwriting anymore. Like they sent the paper. They're like, it's all on computers now. Mm-hmm. So they don't need to teach handwriting. So he can barely write in cursive.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Now,
so
how do you? Ty, you don't mind me asking?
How old am I?
Yes.
55.
Okay, so I'm 41. So I feel like I'm in that middle space where like I'm young enough to know old enough to know like back in the day how things were, but still young enough to like, you know, be hip to all the new technology and everything going on. So I feel like I'm right in the sweet middle spot. But like you said, like I don't understand that. Like, what do you mean they don't do handwriting? Like, so no one writes out a handwritten note at all anymore? No one does any of that?
Nope.
And then
it's rare.
The second on that, the computer does all the work for you. Why is your grammar messed up? If you spell it wrong, it highlights this is wrong. If you write a run-on sentence, it will highlight either put a period here or put a comma here. Make the decision. Like it tells you what to do. I wish I had that back in the day.
Hell yeah! Like, you know, I don't get it. I think they turn it off. Like the corrections.
Oh yeah.
I think they turn it off. Hey, you know, just a quick story here. Quick aside. Took him to the eye doctor the other week. Right, he had to fill out the forms, and when he had to write the names, he was having all kinds of trouble. And he's like asking me, he's like, "How do I do?" I'm like, I looked at him and said, "Are you kidding me right now? What are you saying? Like, put your name." And he's like, "How do I like write it in curse?" I'm like, "Bro,
oh my!"
and then we went up to the desk because he had forgot to fill some stuff out, and the lady behind the desk. She was like, yeah, they don't teach that stuff in school anymore. I'm like, what? So you're okay with it?
So what are people going around back in slavery days? They just hitting the X for signature? Like, what are we doing?
Apparently, they're just like, yo, just put a mark there on the page or what. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Man, there are gonna be so many contracts that are gonna be fought in the future. I didn't sign that.
Yeah. I could not believe it. And she was totally, you know, okay with it. She's like, yeah, my kids don't either. I'm like, what? Yeah, they give them laptops now or tablets. And I was like, this is just unacceptable. I don't care how far we advance. This is just basic stuff, because then you say, when do you use it? Well, right now, when you have to fill out this paper form, you should be able to use it, and you can't. So there you go.
There's going to be a power outage at one point in time. There's going to be a Wi-Fi outage at one point in time. You should have common sense resources of how to move forward without technology.
Oh, man. Kids texting on phones doesn't help either. Yeah, that's what he says too. Like, I'm like, I feel sorry for this generation.
And you know, there's abbreviations, but people abbreviate everything now. And I'd be like, what?
Yeah, like, you don't have time for the? You're too busy for the? Although, like, I agree with this too. Now we're shouting at the clouds. Like, I am. You know, I'm that old man now. I can't believe they can't write anymore. back in my day, I used to write everything. Oh man! But thank you, Brick. Thank you, Brick. Oh man! Yeah, they just get AI to do it. I guess so. Yeah.
That's true. ChatGPT. I see that in the class all the time too. I was just like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I'm just checking my work." And I was like,
Wow.
Look who we got, fellas. Oh wait, that's not it. Oh, okay. Look who we got.
I'm about to say that.
It moved on me. It messed up my segue. Oh boy! And
What up, man?
what's going on?
Hello.
Thank you for visiting and join in the fun. Let's all shout at the clouds together.
Man.
There he is, shaking my fist. Why? There you go. Back in my day.
You had to walk uphill both ways.
Both ways. Oh man. So okay. I'm gonna bring us back, so you know it's bad. I'm gonna bring us back to this Jazz Inc. Thanks to Jose for this.
"Yes."
How do you guys feel about this? Yeah, I mean, he moved it back. Any thoughts?
I'm a little bummed about the move back. I was looking forward to the 30th or the 4th.
Yeah.
I already locked this in so I could forget about it and move. Because I'm telling y'all, I'm at a point where I'm like, if I don't order it by the end of this year, I'm not ordering shit next year. So if it don't get on the pre-order this year, I'm doing my best not to order anything next year. So I was like, because Leo had put out his announcement for the show for this pre-order, and he had it marked as the 4th. I was like, oh, well, did you get some insight? Was it, did he push it back? He's like, oh no, I just kind of did that as just to put a date on it. I was like, oh, okay, because I'm in my head like 30th or the 4th, so I'm just kind of like, okay, within a week.
Yeah.
And then got this, and this morning I was like, the 17th. Man.
I know. Yeah, he explained on his post that there's some sort of shipping issues with his suppliers or something like that, but
I just wanted to lock mine in so I could be done with it.
Yeah. And like, this is a picture of the figure, right?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yeah, see, I got to get this thing.
And I just saw this movie last weekend, so I was like, yeah.
Yeah, this is the version for me. I don't need the clean one. Just give me this one. I'm good. Just give me this one. This one, she's got some spunk to her.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh, what is Clinton saying? Oh!
He says he canceled 2 POs this year and stopped pre-ordering in general. I feel like everything I want is always available later and usually less than retail.
That's a fact.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, there's certain things that do sell out, then you can't find them. But more times than not, if you look for them at the right places, you'll find it.
The cool part is you just don't know about all the smaller retailers out there unless it's word of mouth. So like Michael from Academy, I'm trying to remember what his name is. He's always on with S-Beam and the guys. Someone.
Oh, figure
Academy figure Academy. Yeah. So he helped me out with and I asked him about the new Mr. Freeze. And he was like, oh, Calvin, I got you. So he sent me a spot I didn't know about. And lo and behold, I found that they've got a few things that I was looking for that they still have in stock. So I was like, oh, so things are out there. It's just you got to know where to find it at, because a lot of these comic book shops and little retailers, they have stuff in stock. You just don't have access to knowing about them.
Yeah. No, very true. And then oftentimes, sometimes what will happen is there'll be a cancellation with those smaller retailers, and they'll put out like, hey, I have a few available, or I'm getting more stock, right? Like a Collector's Zone or whatever's, or what's the other one with the other
Collector's Zone? He's always sold it. His stuff always sold that. I told him before, like, bro, I'm trying to spend money with your shop, and I can't find nothing to buy because it's always gone.
I have told him that many times too.
Underground. Oh, they always get a few more extra sometimes. Yeah, so Underground's they're one great. There.
I didn't say any shop names, Clint. I just said,
Oops,
look out there. I can drop the name.
Yeah, he said,
look, my name's low key. I told you, I'm telling myself. I'll tell you where to go. I ain't gonna tell you precisely the pinpoint.
Yeah, see, I have no comic shops near me at all, and that's very saddening. But I guess it's good if you do.
Some, but if you go on Sideshow and you do that retailer locator, I've looked up all of them, and none of them really have anything to like. I guess if you want to order at some of them, you can order some stuff, but I want to be able to walk into a store and physically see stuff on the shelf to be like, okay, I want that.
Yeah.
We do enough window shopping and then having to wait to get inside the box as it is already.
Yeah. I checked that site, and I still like the store it told me about. I actually went there and I was like, this ain't got no figures. What the hell is this all about? And it's someplace in Pennsylvania. But let's move on to another slide that Jose put in here.
This was exciting this morning. I saw somewhere that Collector Joey was like, "Oh, this is how I look every morning in the mirror." I'm like, "Okay, there's no way that you can be that close to Austin and not have a workout plan. I need you to put in some work, bro." Because damn.
Oh boy, yeah, that's kind of rough. That is definitely rough.
Yeah,
but
looks good though.
It's hopeful that it's nice to see that they are working on it, because I don't think Hot Toys is going to do it.
No, I don't think so. I mean, they could, but I don't think so. I mean, they've had all this time to do it, and like, are they going to do it just out of spite? To kind of like in your face, like they could. But
can I ask? Because I saw what Clint just said about Hot Toys' Catwoman. They haven't teased anything about. We didn't see a boot. We didn't see a claw. We saw nothing in any of those Batman Return pictures, right? They always tease something that you see somebody in the background, right? And everybody's going off that display with the Shrek ball, and I'm like, that was for Shrek. That had nothing to do with Catwoman. And all week long, everybody's like, "Oh, Catwoman's coming." I'm like,
yeah.
Outside of it being physically a cat logo, that had nothing to do with her. I would have been more excited had I seen something in the background of one of the promo pictures.
A silhouette or something.
A shadow, like how the was that how the end of the movie we saw like a silhouette of her shadow go across the wall at the end of the movie. Something like that. I would appreciate it more than.
This was some booty watch here.
Yeah. That ain't booty, that's ass.
Oh man. All right, so Jose, I know you're gonna have to jump out of here real quick. Man. So I wanted to touch on this. This is the last figure I had for us to take a look at. It was this guy here. And I could say like I'm actually down for this because he has become my favorite Spider-Man.
All right. Well, all right.
But
interesting.
What do you guys think about the figure?
Figure itself, I think looks fine. I want the camera more than anything else. Why is it always an accessory? Like I want the camera and the skateboard more than anything else.
That's fair.
It's just fair. At this point, and Jose can account. I have a lot of Spider-Man figures. I'm just kind of Spider-Man out at this point because I still have Miles G, Spider-Punk. Possibly want that new Miles from. So I have 3 to 4 figures from Across the Spider-Verse coming in, and then I still want that. I keep wanting to say Scarlet, not Scarlet. Superior Spider. I want that suit as well. So that's 5, and I'm like, I can do without this one.
That's definitely fair. Like I don't have that issue because the only one I have is I'm blanking on his name. The last one to play Tom Holland. I have a Tom Holland Spider-Man, just one, and I got Miles from the first Spider-Verse movie. That's it. So yeah, I got several. I could fit this one in. And after watching the movies, like I gotta say, he's my favorite. He's my favorite Spider-Man.
I've got No Way Home representation with him. So, and shout out to Joey because I was able to send him my spider head sculpt with the mask on, and he did the white eyes for me. So shout out to Joey for that.
Okay. All right. So Yelmo says I'm one of the very few people that like this ASM. What is ASM? Amazing Spider-Man. There it is.
Yes.
Got it.
One of the people that like this over the other one. I mean, I would never pick the other one. I mean, I'm sorry, I would never pick this one over the other one, but I like this one. I actually like this one. I like this figure. I like the movie. But I don't know. I don't know if I necessarily need it, you know?
Don't need it.
Yeah.
And that's the problem right now. It's too little too late after everything else I already have going on.
I think for once my lack of knowledge has helped me because I don't have a ton of Spider-Man representation, so I can get this guy. I like the head sculpt. I think it looks really good.
Yeah, it's pretty
good. And now that I think about it, I have yet another black suit. Because I didn't do the Toby black suit, but I have another video game symbiote suit coming in because I want both the black mask and the symbiote engulfing the other mask. I wanted to display both of those together, like kind of like a transition going in. So I have a second one of those on order as well, so I can do that transition. So that's 6 Spider-Man coming in.
Wow.
Yeah, so,
okay.
Sorry, ASM. Yeah, sorry, Andrew. I can't do this one.
I think that's fair. I think you've explained why you cannot, and I agree with you. I can't fault you for that because that's a lot of Spider-Man coming, and he's not my major guy anyway. So, but there's a skateboard.
Like I said, this right here, I'll be like, damn, I want that though. I want that camera. I do have a camera with the Scarlet Spider. He came with a camera.
I bet you can get this from Toy Anxiety when it comes out because they always take figures apart, and I've gotten pieces from them too, and they're quick with their shipping.
I know the name. It's just one of those shops I just never think about until somebody says it again. But
yeah, take a look. Website's not that great, but they got a lot of stuff.
That right there is the other problem with most of these retailers. Their websites are terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, like when you search for stuff, it's very clunky, and it needs some work, but you can find a lot of good stuff. Like that's where I actually got my extra Bo-Katan head because I was going to get another Bo-Katan figure. I'm like, oh, I could just get the head. There we go.
No, did he?
What do you think about the base?
Looks pretty good. It is a reuse though from I believe one of the older Luke Skywalkers, the DX one that came with the Bespin thing.
Really?
Yep.
That's what all the guys have been saying all week.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I haven't paid attention to anything.
Yep.
I can't believe that. Really? Oh, come on, Hot Toys. Jeez.
Oh, come on now. You know they're gonna rinse and repeat anywhere any chance they get.
Yes. Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
That's very true.
I'm gonna have to jump out, man. I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem.
I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys in a bit. Sorry
I'll see you at LWO. I know you'll be in the chat if not on the screen.
I'll be there.
I'll see you in a minute.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap up anyway. So, yeah.
All right, guys.
Thanks.
I'll see you guys.
Peace out.
Peace out, man.
All right, Calvin. I think we're about to. That was the last figure I had. So unless you've got something that you want to talk about, something you wanted to mention. Oh, look at this though. Can you see that?
Yeah, I can. That's a big difference. Dramatic difference in height from one figure to another. And what is it, Mezco or Black Series? I never got into those, but this looks like it belonged over there.
Yeah, a Mezco or Mafix, because I got some Mafix ones and some Mezcos, and because Mezcos, I believe they're the ones that use real fabric. But they put some work into this new one. Like, how did they get it so wrong?
I think it was just bodies that were available at the time.
That's okay.
I'm sure things have sized up to be more accurate as time has gone on.
That makes sense.
Because I mean, other than the height, I mean, it looks pretty much identical.
Yeah, maybe it's a custom body that they're able to make now to get
Probably.
more. Damn. Yeah, it's always funny when a manufacturer, businesses puts up their old one and compares it to the new one. And if you're one person that has the old one, you're like,
Oh,
well,
that
damn,
would suck. Right.
Yeah. You're like, oh,
But
it just make me feel like shit.
If that was the best they had at the time, and things are always going to get better. Like I remind my wife of that all the time. Like, I don't care what hot brand new TV we get or the newest phone you get. By the time you buy it, it's already obsolete because something's already in the chain coming. It's already out the pipeline about to come out. So you're always going to be behind, no matter what you do. So at least you got. I'm sure this first one's been out for some years because the first movie came out mid 2000s. I mean, the teens somewhere.
Yeah, the teens.
So I mean, you had 7-8 years of a figure before they redid it. That's better than that you doing one and then they hit you with another one as soon as you get it in. Oh, look, we got this one coming too. I think that's worse.
That's way worse. Like almost kind of how they did it with like the Vaders. It was like, oh, you just got this Vader. Now we're gonna announce another Vader.
Right.
And
but unfortunately, you get people like me. I'm getting every Vader they got. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, it is Vader after all. So they know they can get you. They know they can get you. But let's say Chrome Mando. I got that second one in, and then as soon as later it was like a week. The next and I still because of that I still haven't gotten it. I keep waiting on it to go on sale. Sideshow's that's another one. Sideshow's been really stingy with trying to put it on sale. Yeah, they don't want to they don't want to eat that cost. They think they can get that money, but they may be sadly mistaken.
I'll wait. I got time.
just I'll wait you out. Go ahead.
I waited for Batman Begins. I just ordered the Batman Begins 3 months ago when it finally, because that was another one they were stingy with. They would put everything else on sale but that one with the $5 shipping. I'm like, why is this not on sale? And they finally slipped, and they didn't even like advertise it. They just kind of slipped a password out there for a code, and then they worked on it. I was like, thank you, I'll take that. So I have the new scope. I have a new cape for 6 months to a year now, and I haven't had the figure yet.
Damn.
Because I was like, I'm not paying full price for that thing.
Yeah, I don't blame you. He is not worth full price. They didn't treat him like a full price figure, so why should you have to pay full price? That's my opinion. Yomo, I just got Aragorn yesterday, and now I need to pre-order that Legolas.
Yomo, be quiet about that. You might cause an uproar. People gonna be upset you got yours. Anytime somebody say they got an InArt and everybody else is upset.
Well, I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed, I would have to say, because I still haven't gotten the InArt Batman. Like, I'm at the point where I don't care anymore. How long is it gonna take? I ain't getting no younger, Calvin. I ain't getting any younger here, man.
I have no argument for this. I'm kind of split. I made the mistake of not ordering that at all initially. I was like, I'm not doing it because I'm Super Jazz, Mr. Jazz Inc., right? So I was like, I'm not doing 66. I'm not going to do the 22. And then I made the mistake of watching the movie and the Batmobile scene one too many times, and I was like, yeah, I want it. So I put myself on the wait list. Of course, it converts. Now I have a Batmobile with no Batman. I can't have that. So now I'm doing a mad dash trying to figure out, what do I want? InArt? Do I want Hot Toys? And when I finally decide on what I wanted, the rooted was gone. And I have a standard order with kits still right now that I ordered. I was like, well, let me at least get one. And but I was able to find a direct connect, and I did get a rooted, not a 2-pack, but I got the rooted single Batman. I didn't go with the Bruce Wayne. Okay. I was
about to say, you can have mine if it ever comes in. I've got the Hot Toys, and it's like, it's gotten to the point where I'm like, I don't even care about this anymore. Like, I'm tired of, like, why don't I have this figure? And I guess the thing that does is kind of annoying, I would say, is the fact that then they announced they shipped some Aragorns, and I actually get an invoice for that one, you know, and I did the Batman first, and then now I'm seeing Superman. You know,
I think the issue with the Batman was they had all the different SKUs going on. You had the rooted, you had the sculpted, then you had the all in, then you had the single bat signal by itself. So I think they just did a little too much as far as putting out 4 or 5 different SKUs. Whereas both Aragorn and Superman is just the one single, and they can just focus on those and get them out. I think that's part of their logistics problem.
Okay. That makes some sense. Let's see. I was just answering Figure Craft in the chat here, but yeah, like, I'm trying to be reasonable and trying to be an adult about the whole thing, but like, I just want my figure. Right. You know, at the end of the day, it's like, why? You know, you're showing me this, but I don't have any confidence in you getting me this one because you still haven't gotten me this other one.
Now this was ordered through Kit as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at least you didn't order. And this isn't a knock on Spec. It's just Spec takes long because I believe he fills his containers before he ships them back home. And so it's an extended wait to go. But I mean, he's taking care of me on 2 or 3 different pieces I've gotten in from. It's just it's one of those you order and forget it. When it comes up or when you finally get that invoice, then you worry about it. That's kind of the mentality I've had with these. Because on the flip side, now I think it's wrong for people to be comparing InArt and Hot Toys because they're on 2 different scales. Mm-hmm. How many figures have they announced this year alone? And we still got 3 months to go.
Too many.
Year. And I've been waiting on my my Kenobi since what? No, I think the last time they took a payment was last November. And they just pushed this last payment to next month again. So even though it finally released, it's still going to be pushed, and they may push it back to. So it may be a full year for this one single last payment to go through.
Jeez.
So it's not like they don't have their delays as well, and they're the big boys. You think they would get their stuff out with no problems?
You would think
they've got the distribution, they've got the logistics all set up, they've got the multiple retailers, and they still have hiccups.
Isn't it? I thought I heard that Sideshow, they have to ship because they're the distributor. They have to ship theirs out to every other reseller before they can send their supply. Is that a thing, or am I just like?
I think they do it in batches because Figurecraft. Philly, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe he got his Batman '89 like 3 weeks to a month ago. Then last week I saw several people got their Batmans in. Mine's been paid in full from Collector's Zone since it dropped. I haven't gotten that in yet. So I don't know if they have their own batches that go out first or go to retailers first. I'm not sure how that works. As a matter of fact, I need to ask the Wolfpack, ask my guys over there, because I know that they go through Underground a lot. See if they got all theirs in from it, either Underground or did they get theirs from Sideshow? Brick is still here. I think he may know. Can you answer that for me? If the guys got theirs from Underground or Sideshow? Because trust me, I'm itching to have my representation for an '89 Batmobile for the last 2.5 years has been the Lego set.
Oh,
I never thought I was going to get one. I was like, I'm not paying that. I'm not paying $3,000, for the Hot Toys one at the time. So I was like, well, I'm gonna do the Lego. I found a little light set to go with it and got it lit up.
Nice.
And that's been my representation. So,
my Lego is missing parts, and I tried to get the parts from Lego, and they just like ghosted me.
Wow.
But anyway,
boy, they'd be quick to do people wrong. The people that take care of them, they need to learn how to take care of others.
So now I agree with Philly here The problem is I can set it and forget it, but when others are doing reviews and pictures of it, it makes you think, where the hell is mine? Yeah, that's when it brings it back. It's like, wait a minute. Yeah, where the hell is my figure? So, you know,
that
I mean,
invoice hit, be like, oh, God damn it, gotta pay for it. Shit.
never mind. I can wait.
Give me last. Shit. Give me last.
Yeah, Ben Thomas
What's up,
Show.
Ben?
What's up? And we also have Feezy in the house. But yeah, it's not the delays, it's the time between initial release and getting all the batches out to everyone else. Yeah. It's just, you know, it gets to be a little frustrating, especially when you get to be my age. You know, you just want the stuff right away. You know what I mean, Calvin? I ain't getting no younger.
Luckily for me, I've got my hands dipped in enough different pockets where I can forget about this side, worry about this statue coming in over here, this vehicle coming in over here. I need to stop buying big shit. That's what I need to do. I need to stop buying the big shit. Just start focusing on figures. I'm running out of space.
I forgot you do the statues too. I forgot that for a second. Yeah, so you're all in it. I mean, I do statues, but I just print them. So yeah, that's my other record. That's how I occupy myself. I'll just print. I'm printing something now. I don't even know what it is. I'm just, you know, I think it said it was Lady Death, and it was free. Ooh. So I decided to print it.
Sounds like you need a Thanos to go with her.
Yeah, I got plenty of Thanos models that I can print. Man, but I know you're gonna have to get on out at some point, Calvin, because you're in hot.
I'm good. I'm sitting here stuck at work, so I'm not going nowhere. That's why I keep checking to see if I got a green light or not. And if you see me moving around like this, it's not an earthquake. I'm getting loaded. So even though it feels like it sometimes. But I'm good. LWO doesn't start for like another hour and a half, 2 hours almost. So.
Oh yeah.
I'm just hanging out.
Oh, I think you missed it though, because like I finally got my Hono Wolverine in the yellow suit finally from Sideshow. Dude, like I paid for that thing, and it was just like you said. Like they just kept delaying, and then finally they're like, "Oh, we expect it to be in the warehouse within the next 10 days, so make sure you pay up." Like, really?
Pick it up, copy and paste email to everybody. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so then I'm like, okay, I'm ready. It's already paid for. And then it's like, oh, you know, just look over here. Okay.
So I don't play that. So they've done that to me once, where they try to hold on to it. And you gotta remember, I'm in SoCal. Like if I order something by noon, 1 o'clock is pushing it. But if I can get it in between 12 and 12:30, 9 times out of 10, I can get it shipped out next day and get it in my hand. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And one time they tried to pull that where it didn't come in for like 2 days. I said, were you guys gonna ship it? Oh, it's not in yet. Oh, well, I need my money back. Charge me when it comes in. And they're like, oh, okay. So they refunded it back, and then like maybe 8 days later they took it out again. But I was like, don't just sit on. You guys have been sitting on most of the deposits for this thing anyway. So why would you hold on to this last? Yeah.
What the hell? That's I don't know. I'm gonna start yelling at the clouds again, so I'm gonna be quiet. I'll be quiet about that one, because customer service is not what. Like, how you gonna hold my money? It's like, hey, you better pay me. You pay him, and then it's like, well, you know, you just gonna have to wait for it. No. That's not how that's gonna work.
So, all you guys in the chat, let me know if you guys have gotten this one. Those Sideshow. Now they'll hold us off and delay us as long as they can for these other figures, right? But then don't let something hit their warehouse and you don't buy it early because you still stretching out payments. Hey, you bought it. It's here. Come get it. No, hold on to it. I'll get it when I want it. I hate that email. All of a sudden now you're trying to shove something down my throat. I'll get it when I want it.
Yeah, it's like, well, we're running out of room here. Don't you want it? You said you wanted it.
Deal with it.
Wait, none of that. What is this? InArt Batman released, in quotes, in April. It's September, and they still haven't gotten all of them out yet. And none of the sculpted released. That's just poor. I agree. Damn.
You know what? That makes sense. Like I said, I've got the sculpted That's the one I have ordered through. Because this was my other thought. Now, at this point, I don't know if I want to spend to get just a sculpted. But I was like, well, I have this, I have my rooted head. I would like to put that on a body to go with the motorcycle or the car, whatever. And so I was like, well, maybe I'll keep my standard and just put the rooted head on that one. I don't know. Haven't made that decision yet. But you're right. I have that ordered and haven't gotten an invoice for that. But at the same time, I'm not rushing for it either. So kick and hold on to that one.
Yeah, I've just gotten to the point, like, the Hot Toys is more than serviceable, on my shelf. So I'm not even worried about it anymore. It's like the only time I think about it is when they announce something else. I'm like, wait a minute, where's my InArt Batman? And then I'm like, oh, and then it goes away. It goes away. Wait, Blurred That Life. This just happened for me with Captain Pike. I'll get it when I pay it off. There you go. Same, exactly what you were saying, Calvin.
Like I said, I play with every tool that they allow me to play with. if the day just hit and it's the 20, if it's the 20th or the 21st, I'll purposely make it on the 20th so I get the next month. Switch it over for that payment plan. I'm always trying to do whatever I can to manipulate it because they doing whatever they can to get us.
Exactly. So if it's there, I'm going to use that tool. So I'm right with you. I do it myself. It's like, wait a minute. Okay. Yeah, just like you said, if it's the 21st, make it the 20th. Now I just give them an NRD. I got another month to work to think about this. So yeah, you just, and then I'll change it, like postpone it and just keep it going as long as I can till they get to the point where they're like, you've made enough changes to this,
right?
But then sometimes you can talk to them.
They used to give you a lot more options. You used to be able to change your date, push the payments back 3 times. You could do all kind of manipulation back in the day. They finally said, yeah, you can't do none of that shit no more.
I even had it where I exhausted all the options on the website, and then I talked to them, like, I chatted with them, and they did it for me again. So.
And see, and on the flip side, I asked one time, they're like, well, you've exceeded. And I'm like, so usually I just hang up and call another one and see if somebody else.
It's funny with my Hono, I did that and they were like, well, you've exceeded, you've used all your opportunities. I'm like, all right, so you're just not going to help me out. And they're like, well, you used it all. And I just closed the chat window and went on about my business. And then all of a sudden,
you deal with the chat. See, I don't even deal with anybody in the virtual chat. I close that every time. Can I help you? No. I just close it every time that pops up on my screen. I just close it.
Well, yeah, because then it's like
talk to somebody.
I want to help you with this, and then I'm like, customer service, so I get an actual person, and
right.
And so then when they were like, oh, we're not going to help you out, I was like, all right, you're not going to help me. I just closed the window. I looked and checked my email like the next day, and it showed that they had postponed it another month for me. And I'm like, okay, why couldn't you, thank you.
No, you're right, Clint. It's only 2 times now. That's why I said, depending on when you order something. So sometimes, like, even like, how they give us these windows of like, you have so many days to order something. I purposely wait for a certain date to go by so I can push it further than what their payments are currently giving you. So I usually wait till the last minute for that stuff on purpose. But yeah, it's all a game. You gotta know how to play it.
I mean, with all these figures coming out, you gotta play it. You gotta have some strategy because they're trying to get it out of you, so they're playing, and you got to get in there with them and do what's right for you because it's just so much.
All right.
And it doesn't seem like they're just gonna stop at all. All right, let's see.
Yeah, they're not gonna stop. I actually I've never pushed a payment before on Prime One Direct, and so the other day I was sitting back and just kind of playing with the website, just trying to see what their options were, and I hit the edit payment button. I was like, well, what does this do? Not only do they let you push it, but you can change the date and push it at the same time. I was like, oh, well, yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Skip this month.
I think I will.
A number of how many times I could do it. So I was like, well, maybe in another month or two, I'll see if I can do it again. So
Nice.
Push that bad boy out.
Calvin, I got a question for you and chat. I saw on Underground Figures that they have a Reva from the Obi-Wan show. Like, I wanted her, and I thought I had pre-ordered her and never did. And then I thought, well, I'm probably not going to have this figure. But I saw they have her, and I was like, I wanted her, but I also wanted the Kang because they had him too. And I'm like, oh, man. So out of those two, if you had to choose, and if you like both franchises, which would you pick?
My answer is both.
Okay, so
I know I'm supposed to pick one, but I have both. That's what I'm saying. One, I try and get everything African American representation that I can on the show.
That's
So I try and cover that all the time anyway. But they both are dope. She's a gorgeous sculpt. Her braids are very well done. She got some thick ass thighs and cakes as a figure. So she just has a great presence that she holds on the shelf. And then Kane, he's dope. His suit is sweet. The lighter feature in that one mask is dope because not only does it do his eyes, but the white stripes in his cheeks, those light up as well. And we're never going to see him again.
Very true.
So if you can, and obviously you don't have to do them both at the same time, but if you can acquire both of them, I would acquire both of them.
And so that's what I was wondering because I wanted to get both. I did talk to a friend in the community, so I'm getting Kang from him.
Okay.
For a lower than retail price, which was
great.
Very
solid pickup.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get Reva too, because I definitely wanted her to be in the collection. Because just like you, I do try to get figures of color and support them when I can.
Yeah.
But things have been kind of tight, so I haven't.
Her standing next to Vader. That's a very nice image on the show.
Yeah, because I have the Obi-Wan Vader to go with that. So I'm thinking,
because I'm not into the Inquisitors at all, so I didn't go outside of her. I didn't go for any of the rest of them. So I just plan to have it be her, Vader, Obi-Wan, and then I got 2 of the Purge Troopers with them.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not interested in the Inquisitors either. So, because she had a major role in that show, and I definitely want to support that character. And I just lost my train of thought. Jesus.
We're talking King and Reva.
Yeah. Oh, I know what I wanted to ask. The one thing that started getting me to lean towards Kang at first was I'm a sucker for the moving eyeballs. And the life that it gives to the figures. And Reva, she doesn't have that, right?
I don't think so. No, she doesn't.
She's just still. But she doesn't have like that dead eye like some of them do. So I think it's passable. It's just,
if I remember right, she also comes with the USB light up for the saber. I think I just have her hilt on her belt.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to cut back on my CCFLs.
Yeah, that can get pricey too, I bet.
And so the price is one issue, but now that he does USB, it's better. But a lot of my original ones all have plugs, so having to run surge protectors behind them, and that's causing because I'm running out of space for all this. And why can't they all just plug in side by side? They always got to do this.
Yeah.
So I end up losing 2-3 damn plugs by each surge protector because it takes up the whole. I'm like, come on, man, who designed this?
I got to send you a link to one of the surge protector I get a lot because it's bigger for just that, to give you space to put everything in anyway, and you don't have to lose any plugs, any outlets. Are you looking at the NeoPixel lightsabers?
Yes. I haven't purchased it yet, but I was looking to get some Ahsoka ones earlier on this year when the show was on, because the Disney ones are just big and bulky,
Yeah.
and I don't feel that like they're accurate. So I was looking to get a set of those. I know. So what do I currently have? I have a Disneyland one made at Disneyland. That I have Vader, Obi-Wan, Rey. I'm Adam Driver. Can't think of his name at the moment.
Kylo.
I got Kylo, and I have the sword from Mandalorian. I can't think of the name of that either. So I have those hilts.
Oh, the black
now.
saber.
Yeah, the black saber. So I have all those hilts. And so Hasbro did make an Ahsoka one, and I love Hasbro because they come with the sweet little stands that they prop them up for you, so you can nicely display them. But it only comes with her one long one. It doesn't come with a short set. So I was like, well, I don't want to spend $200 bucks if I'm only getting the one. I'd rather get the full set. So, but I have looked into those. Oh, you mean the 1/6? Okay. Sorry, I thought you were talking about the big. You said NeoPixel, so I'm thinking you meant the big boy ones. Because I have looked at those, unfortunately. No, I haven't yet. But I do for Ahsoka. I definitely plan to get her set done. But like I said, I've been trying to be more creative. So like, Master Windu, his is on his hilt. I have Anakin on the strap, but his is just in his hand, but not lit. So I've been trying to do more where they look like they have them, but they don't all have to be lit up at this point. But I definitely do plan to do Ahsoka with her too. Clone Wars Ahsoka, I have her double hilted up.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have any CMLs.
If you hit me on Instagram or Facebook, I have to look for the name. Is it Daguido? I did find a guy that was out of Texas. He did I don't know if he still does them or not. He did a really good job though on the lighting of them. The hilts were handmade. I guess he like printed them out and did a hand painting on them. So the hilts themselves weren't the most attractive, but when you saw the light that came out of it, you weren't worrying about the hilt at that point. It bothered me just because I'm me, but he did a good job on those. Unless you want to go through Chris Sabers, and he uses the legit ones.
Okay.
But there are there are options out there for people to look into without having to go the most expensive route.
Let me answer this one from Blur Dad Life. Do either of you have Captain Sisko from Deep Space Nine? I do.
Is that Star Trek?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
That's not your jam, right?
I don't have anything Star Trek, no.
Yeah. Avery Brooks. I think he might be my favorite Star Trek captain. But I do have him. I tell you, man, the X06, like the money they're charging for these, like I can't bring myself to get like the Beverly Crusher that they just announced because it's so soft. You know, the sculpt that I don't think I could do it. Calvin, did you freeze? Oh, there you go.
So anytime I have to multitask on my phone and come out and do something else, it'll freeze me. I'm here. I can hear you fully though, so I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, so like I don't think like I'd rather get Reva or Kang than Beverly Crusher because to me it just like the outfits, you know, their tailoring is spot on. The sculpts and whatnot, not so much. And it's like they keep creeping up in price, but they're not creeping up in the quality I'm looking for, basically. But I mean, I do have the Captain Sisko because where else am I going to get a 6-scale Captain Sisko figure? And he's pretty good. He looks better in person than he does in some of the photos. He's still not. He's not great.
So what's the price range for those?
Well, then that's the thing with them is they have this thing they call like the standard and then something else they call it, and it seems like it should be reversed, but they're hitting up there near like $250 now for like their, you know, the one that has everything with it, and that's a lot. you know, and you're just not getting the same quality we've come to expect from like head sculpts and everything. And Dagito says, I feel you. I can't bring myself to get an EXO figure. They're just not there for me. Yeah, like I want to do it. They did pretty good with like Jordy, LeVar Burton. You know, they did pretty good with him. I think.
Rainbow.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's him. And so I think they'll do well with like Worf, because he's got all the Klingon makeup on anyway, so they could get away with it. But they, you know, maybe it's time to get a new person to do the sculpts, maybe, or the paint applications. Something's just off. But you know, that's just me. And you know, I'm the only Trekkie on the show right now, so we'll leave it at that.
I know the super basics. I had to Google last night the name of the Enterprise because I'd forgotten it.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Like I am not like an original series fan. It's like Next Generation and Deep Space Nine, basically for me.
See, I would know the originals if I knew anything at all. I know Geordi, but
yeah. Reading Rainbow, how can you not?
Like I said, I'm old enough to remember back in the day. So, I'm sure some people in the chat like, what the hell is Reading Rainbow?
Yeah. What are these old guys talking about? They just start yelling at the clouds again. Yeah, you know, back in the day when they had educational programming. Oh man, but yeah, Calvin, I'm hungry.
So am I, but I'm stuck here. So
I am not. I am going to. Oh wait, here we go. Take a look. It's in the book.
My man, right. See, I know somebody out there knew what we're talking about.
There we go. Oh, so let me just say thank you to everyone who has visited us in the chat. We appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We should be having another show next week. Calvin, anything you're up to? I know you're going to be doing LWO.
I'll see you guys in about an hour. Hopefully, I'm at the house by then.
Or
shortly after, anyway. They get me out of here. But P-Rock's hosting tonight. I know Marco's out. Dan is out. I know he's packing his bag for his trip. Me, Mario, Joel, Christian's probably out there chasing mamas. So I don't know what Christian's doing. You know what he's out there doing with bananas. I can only imagine. You better leave it alone. Diddy already got in trouble for enough stuff. And Mario. So we're gonna give Mario hell about what Batman movies he hasn't seen tonight. So
see, I might have to check that out too, because I do. You know, I kind of lurk in LWO. You know, a lot of times I'm like, man, I want to get them to send me a link, and then I don't do it.
I'll send you one. That's all you gotta do. Yeah, I'll shoot you quick.
Yeah, and then a lot of times I just fall asleep. You know, because my sleep schedule is terrible.
What's funny, y'all? This is coming from the man that hit me the next day. Like, man, I was up to like 5 o'clock in the morning playing games. Like, bro, take your ass to sleep. Yeah, yo, man, I was playing like Cyberpunk till like 5 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, and I'll text you like, man, why did I do that? Why did I do that? But when I finally allow myself some time to actually play a game, I'll sit down. I may get a good hour in. I'm not gaming like I used to by no means. But what I hate is when you start dozing off, but your thumb still has your man walking. Right? So then you wake up and you somewhere you don't know where the hell you are, or when you stop the game and get back, you're like, how the hell did I get here? Because you fell asleep and just walked into some random space and it saved you there. I hate that shit.
Man, like you walk to the end of the map. I've done that and wondered what the hell's going on here. Oh man.
Now you're trying to retrack your steps, trying to figure out what you're really supposed to be and where you're supposed to be going.
Oh man.
But yeah, if you ever want to jump in, just hit me. I'll put you on. And like, 'cause, you know, like of all the shows I do, and I love all my shows for their reasons, but for whatever reason, that just feels like just hanging out with the fellas. Like half the time, I forget we're even on screen. It just feels like I'm shooting the shit with the guys. You know, every other show for the most part has a structure. Shit, we just throw shit at the wall and see what sticks over there.
Yeah, like I like to have a a general idea for this, but sometimes it's better to just leave it, let it be natural, and just let it do its thing. Like if you're having fun and it's a good conversation, then go with that. Don't be so rigid about everything.
Right. Because you figure it's Friday night. By the time we start talking about figures, it's been talked about all week anyway, unless it just dropped early that morning or the day before.
Bingo. It's like, what else y'all gonna talk about? So, yeah.
And P-Rock, he gonna find something.
Yeah. So I tend to rant and rave and ramble, especially if no one brings me back. Who knows what I'm gonna say? So, but thank you again, Calvin.
Thanks for having me, bro. I appreciate you guys' invite.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming on with us. You are always welcome, my friend. And for everyone else, thank you. Enjoy your weekend, folks. Make sure to check in with LWO later on because, yeah, I have it on when I'm lurking and I have it in the background. And it's like, wow, what are these guys doing?
Like I said, check us out. We'll be on P-Rock tonight. I have no clue. I never know what P-Rock has planned. We usually like have some kind of like, okay, we'll be talking about this. We have our points. P-Rock will just come on and be like, Dale! And it's just whatever goes from there.
Hey, it's all about having that fun. And you guys have fun. I've had fun when I have been on there. So, yeah, we'll see you then. Everyone else, take care. See you next week.
All right, y'all.
Peace out.